In this video, we will be talking about relevance of current affairs in UPSC CSE preparation, all the stages like pre, mains, and interview. What are the relevant sources for like current affairs preparation, and then we would be looking towards what is the right approach suggested by many toppers as well as experts in the current affair domain, and what we should apply, what is practical approach, and then we would be looking in the end about some of the like established myth in the UPSC journey which most of the students make and what you can avoid. So let's get started. So to start with, let's look at importance of current affairs in UPSC CSE preparation. So as there are three stages, as we know, prelims, mains, and interview. So we'll go one by one. So to look the relevance of anything in this UPSC exam, there are two Bible documents. One is the notification released by UPSC, and second is the pre-YQ question bank or say trend. In notification, syllabus is mentioned also. So if you look at the syllabus which is mentioned in prelim section of the notification, it is mentioned that current events of national and international importance is one of the topic which would be asked in the exam. So that's why it's a proof that current affairs is an important thing in prelims exam, and we should not neglect it in our preparation journey. Let's look at the trend of current affair questions in prelims exam. So in 5 years, almost close to 20% of the question were directly related to current affairs, and there were few many in other subjects which are indirectly, but I have considered only directly asked questions. So you can look at how important the current affairs are. It is almost taking weightage of 25% of the syllabus. Let's look at what about main stage. So in the notification itself, this is mentioned what would be the type of questions asked in the mains level. So the questions will be such as you can read in the yellow marked section. The question will be such as to test a candidate's general awareness of variety of subjects, which will have relevance for a career in civil services. Now go on. The questions are likely to test the candidate's basic understanding of all relevant issues and ability to analyze and take a view on conflicting social economic goals, objectives, and demands. So these things, if you see, so when you study current affairs, you have a general awareness about variety of subjects, because in current affairs there are many issues covered, so of political, economical, historical, geographical, international relation related, science and tech, environment. These kind of subjects and topics are mentioned in newspaper daily, in current affairs daily. So you, once you are studying these things, studying current affairs, you would be generally aware. So you become a candidate who is actually worthy being a civil servant, because this is the demand of the exam which is mentioned by none other than UPSC itself. And the current affairs is not just about mugging of facts. It is mentioned here that the candidate should have a like understanding of all relevant issues. So all relevant issues you will get from the current affairs only, and the ability to analyze will be also enhanced once you start analyzing and studying current affairs. And all the things are, if once you read editorials in the newspaper and go through the like daily news analysis, you will understand how to take a view on most important socio-economic goals, objectives, and demands. So this is why current affairs also take a very important place in mains. It not only helps you to get some good data, facts, examples, cases, and issues of most important for national and international stage. It also make you understand how to present your ideas in a very good way. So once you get familiar with current affairs, it actually makes you one of the worthy candidate for the UPSC, because this is the demand which speaks about the stages of the exam. So this is a basic demand made by the board itself in a candidate, which can be only fulfilled if you study current affairs. Now let's move towards the final stage, where only few 3,000 or 2,000 depending on the vacancies students reach. So it once you go through the yellow highlighted sections, you can see that candidate will be asked question on matter of general interest. These general interest matters are current affairs related matters. And in board, basically, if you go ahead, it is written that in broad terms, this is really an assessment of not only intellectual qualities but also social traits and interest in current affairs. It is directly mentioned that interest in current affairs will be tested through the personality test. Now, let's see about what other things are mentioned. So basically, candidates are expected to have taken an intelligent interest not only in their special subject of academic study but also in the events which are happening around them, both within and outside their own state or country, as well as in modern current of thoughts and in new discoveries which should arouse the curiosity of well-educated youth. So they are looking for a well-educated mind, and a well-educated mind would be a curious person, and the curious person naturally go towards studying current affairs. So you can see this is a like relevance of in all the stages. And why? Because this is what UPSC board is suggesting. So now let's move towards our next question, which is like, what are relevant source to study current affairs? So like, as you know, there are two very famous newspapers which all UPSC aspirants study, which is in the Hindu and Indian Express. Both of them are equally good. If you are like someone who struggles with the language, who's not having that like bit of command on English language, you have to start with Indian Express. If you are someone who language is not a problem for you, you can start with Hindu. And similarly, there are famous newspapers who are relevant for Hindi medium students also. You can go with them. So what you have to study in newspaper, like you have to go through editorials. There would be a special dedicated page like explained page in Indian Express or text and context page. So these pages cover very systematically why, what, where, how, everything is analyzed very well in these sections. So you should not skip these pages, special pages. And then definitely you should go through editorials and opinion page, then the world affair page, then the economics page, and definitely the headline page you can start with. So 6 pages you have to minimum cover on daily basis, and you don't have to make notes. I will explain about the notes in the ahead in the video. You can wait for that. Now let's see what is the other source. The other source which is very popular is monthly magazines. So there are different monthly magazines, like one of the famous one is Vision IS, which all of us like study. Many other coaching also publishes their monthly magazines, like there is one from Vajiram and Ravi which is called Recital. It is also very good. Any of the magazine, there is Drishti magazine also, which is very comprehensive. There are like more than 300 pages, but you have to take only that which you can cover. So any one magazine is sufficient, because they are not only prepared through one studying one newspaper. Multiple sources are referred in preparing the most relevant issues for UPSC in these magazines. So you can go through any one magazine and trust that platform. Now the third part, which makes your preparation and current affairs studies very comprehensive as well as very analytical, which is the demand of the exam, as we seen above. So you can go through a DNA video on important topics. So there, I would suggest there is a analysis video every day comes around 2 or 3 p.m. by Vajiram and Ravi, which is called analytics or something. So you can go through it once, and it analyzes the most important issues in Hindu and Indian Express in like around 45 minutes to 1 hour video. You can put it on 1.5x and go through it. It will make a very good understanding. You will get a very good understanding of what are the issues of importance of today. So this way you will almost getting all the things covered in current affairs by following these 3 sources only. You don't have to go any other place. Definitely there is one more source which is missed, I think, which you will be not studying at this stage, which will be comes later, which are mocks. So as we do a lot of mocks for prelims and mains, for all the stages, the mocks will have many questions on current affairs also. So if you are missing something, you will be also getting like updated about those topics through these mocks. So this will make sure that you have a very comprehensive preparation in current affairs section, which is a very vital part of UPSC journey. Now let's move towards our third important question, which talks about what is the right approach to study current affairs. So there are, like, as you can see, there are three easy way to cover it very well. One is covering it daily, other is covering it weekly, other is doing monthly. So it is not that you have to do it separately. What you can do is you can cover daily articles and editorials and special pages from newspaper first. Once the newspaper is done, what you have to do is you can go to the DNA section, basically the DNA video, or there are even DNA PDFs also. If you don't want to watch it, you can study it also. It will take similar time, 40 to 45 minutes will be taken by this DNA analysis, which is a very good to build your understanding and clear your concepts at when you are starting. So once you are done with these two things, what you have to do is you have to do the other revision and a task on the weekly mode. What that would be? So basically what you have to do is on Saturday or Sunday, and pick any one day, and you have to write some questions, like 5 answer writings, which you have to do on the current affair questions. You can choose any website which you like. So what they do is, based on the editorial, they publishes one or two questions on the editorials. You have to just go through the editorial and then you can write answer on it. So for 5 you can do it, and the 10 questions they publish every day, so you can solve those 10 MCQs based on the current affairs. So if you have studied the whole week the newspaper and the DNA section, you will be able to write this 5 answers and also this 10 questions. So that won't be an issue. Now monthly, what you have to do? So once these things are done for the whole month, monthly what you can do is you can go through the magazine, anyone which you are following, and you can go through it once. So if you have followed daily newspapers, and if you have gone through the weekly this revision, as well as the like practice part of 5 questions and 10 questions, you would be easily able to like cover this in a 1 or 2 day. So most topics you would be knowing. There would be some other parts which is not covered by you, so you have to just value add from these magazines, and you don't have to make your notes. These magazines are actually your notes, so you have to just highlight things in this and then just revise it multiple times. So this would be a standard approach to how to cover a month like current affairs in a very smart way, which is daily, weekly and monthly way, which would be actually basically concretizing the whole current affair facts and concept in your mind, which will be very helpful, because studying current affairs is not only important, having that in your memory and recall memory, and once you need it in exam it's coming out, is very important. And that can be only done if it is like read regularly and revised multiple times, like weekly, daily and monthly, and it is done very comprehensively. There is no short solution to get good in current affairs. Now let's move towards our final question, like myths related to current affair preparation. So once we start reading newspaper, it will seems like everything is important in the current affairs, like in the newspaper, but it is not. It is not like if you follow the syllabus topics and only cover the like relevant important topics coming in the newspaper, which are also matching with the syllabus topics, then only you are doing a good current affair preparation. Because you have to remember that issues are important, not news. Because news would be a lot in a newspaper, but you have to identify the issues which are important based on the syllabus and based on the PYQ trends. So you have to keep syllabus and PYQ trends with you and keep referring it whenever you get time, so that you have an idea that what kind of questions are being asked from which kind of like topics, which kind of subjects. So that's why referring syllabus and PYQs is most important when you are studying newspaper. Otherwise, you will be having 2 hours wholly dedicated only to study newspaper, which is a waste of time and which is not actually that much rewarding. So the next myth is monthly magazine needs to be covered word by word, because if you see every topic, most of the topics in the current affairs are covered in around 1200 to 1000 words. If you know a bit about UPSC pattern, these number of words are actually allotted to essay section. So you are not actually asked to write essay on any current affairs topic. So this needs to be understand very well, that current affairs topic is about more about awareness and knowing the most important issues in a very like clear and deep way. So you don't have to know everything. You have to know a bit about most of the important issues and know a very good like level and a very deep level about few of the important issues. So that way you have to study, and basically you have to do selective study. And what you will be actually using in these current affairs is in writing answers, basically examples you would be writing. So if you go through toppers notes, you will have a very good idea that how they are actually using it, the current affair information in their answer writing skill. So then you will understand that okay, we have to pick the most important keywords and points, not the whole magazine we have to keep like memorizing. That will actually waste your energy and time. And the third myth is covering multiple sources help. Actually it will actually increase your number of attempts and it will do nothing. So not only in current affairs, in other subjects also, you should stick to one source and trust that what whoever like a very established platform is doing it. They are not just here to like make you lose your marks. What is actually costing you a lot in terms of your marks is not studying any one source well. So you have to study any one source, do the value addition through mock test, through regular revisions, and visiting some online portals, so that you have a one basic material and you are just trying to build your what this whole current understanding on that. If you try to just change your basic material again and again, it will just ruin your current affair preparation. So this is a like whole some approach and understanding about what current affairs is, why it is important in the UPSC preparation, all the stages, how like we can go like cover the current affairs, and what are the some like myths. So I hope this video helps, and we would try to also come up with some other preparation related videos. So thank you for watching.